It's a rainy day here in America's Game of the Week. It's an old rivalry that continues to get better and better. The Green Bay Packers versus the Albuquerque Vipers. Green Bay, one of the NFC's best, while the Vipers are starting to set themselves apart in the NFC West. A week ago, we took down the 8-2, now the 8-3 New Orleans Saints in New Orleans, but our schedule is not getting any easier, although the media is predicting a Vipers win. Ben Roethlisberger has 15 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, and he has been serviceable for Green Bay in his couple years there. Of course, this is a rematch of last year's NFC title game in which we blew out the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field to send us to our third Super Bowl appearance and ultimately our second Super Bowl title. And of course, we're looking to repeat this season. Green Bay, of course, with a 9-2 record, one of the best teams in the NFC, but they're in a tight race with the Chicago Bears for the top of their division. And they get the football to start off this afternoon's game. It's going to be a play fake, and Big Ben's going to get that one out to the left side. A dangerous pass falls incomplete and brings up an early third down. The Vipers send some heat, but Big Ben gets it off. Ike Coleman with some separation, getting away from the cornerback Dan Hampton and converting on third down. Roethlisberger to throw the football again, rolling to his right, just gets this pass off, and it's going to be short and incomplete. Again, Roethlisberger looking to throw, and again, he's got Ike Coleman on that left side working on Dan Hampton. Not a good start to today's game for our cornerback. Now here's Richard Rodgers, his first season in Green Bay, picks up almost a first down there. They're going to give it to him again, making some nice moves, and he gets down inside of the 30. They're faced with yet another third down, though. This is 3rd and 6. We send the heat, and we get there. It's the free agent acquisition. Keaton Long making a big play, and that's going to force Green Bay to attempt a 46-yard field goal. This kick is going to be up and right through the middle, except there's a flag down holding. So instead of 4th and 11, it's 4th and 21, and that's going to force Green Bay to end the drive with no points. Here's the Vipers offense for the first time today. Ryan Franks getting the carry as we try to establish a ground game that has been lacking over the last month or so. Getting this one out to Ryan Franks now as he makes the catch and makes it 3rd down and short. Cross wants to throw for this now, and he's got Charles Phillips, another old reliable receiver on this squad, brought down close to the 40, but we're faced with yet another 3rd down, and this time unable to convert, trying to get it to Von Lewis, the tight end, over the middle. Instead, we've got to punt the football back to Green Bay. Roethlisberger connecting with Ike Coleman again, who picks up just enough to pick up a quick first down. Richard Rodgers on a carry to the right side this time, and he's going to pick up about 9 yards, setting up 2nd down and inches. Green Bay over the middle, that pass could have been intercepted. Now on 3rd down, it's going to be a play fake. Roethlisberger is going to be intercepted. Darren Gordon looking for a big return, doesn't really get it, but sets us up with phenomenal field position on this next drive at the 50-yard line. Now off of a play fake, Cross looking to take a shot downfield, but the linebacker covered the tight end well on that play. Cross throwing that one to the left side, and it's going to be in and out of the hands of Jamarcus Ward. Remember, the rain is pouring down this afternoon. These are not easy balls to catch, and unable to connect with Charles Phillips on that throw, but there's a flag down for pass interference. Automatic first down for the Vipers. Franks with a run to the right side, and he's going to pick up just a couple of yards. Now the last play of the first quarter, it's going to be another handoff to Ryan Franks, who picks up a few more. On 3rd down, they send the heat, but leave Larry Fitzgerald wide open, and he takes it the distance with his 76 speed. The Vipers are on the board first. Here's Richard Rodgers fighting his way to the right side, now breaking out of tackles, and finally brought down at the 40, but it's not even going to count. And Bernard Bailey, our defensive tackle, he got a little bit shaken up on the play. One of the many players that was thrown up for Rodgers on that play. He's going to be out for the remainder of the game now with a broken finger. Roethlisberger to the right side. He's got Greg Jennings, and they're calling that a catch. There is no way he got 2 feet in bounds. Heck, I don't even think he got 1 foot in bounds. So Coach Billick is going to throw the challenge flag. And as you can see there, not even 1 foot in bounds. This call should be reversed, and it looks like it is going to as we win the challenge. That brings up 3rd down and 16 now. Roethlisberger over the middle. He's going to dump this one off to his rookie receiver, Tony Wiley. He's going to be well shy of the sticks, and Green Bay has to punt again. Coming out in the I formation to start off this next drive, Cross has got his tight end, Von Lewis, and that's going to pick up a quick first down, getting us into Green Bay territory. Now to the left side, a dangerous throw is going to be caught by Larry Fitzgerald. That was close to being jumped, but instead it's going to be a huge completion there to the veteran. Now down the right side, he's got his other tight end, Trey Francis, down to the 10, setting up a goal to go. Franks with a run up the middle, and he's going to be down inside of the 5, and he's slow to get up now, grabbing at, it says, his chest or maybe his arm there on the play. He's going to have to check out of the game. Now we hand off to Elvis Watts, who gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. Third down and goal, trying to get this into the end zone, and it's going to be another wide open receiver, this time Charles Phillips with a great play as we go up by 14. Off of the play fake, now Green Bay's offense has got to do something. Roethlisberger launches that one downfield, caught by Coleman. He loses the football. It's going to go out of bounds. They are going to be calling that a catch, though, and Green Bay gets a huge play that they need, as we also get an update on Ryan Franks. He's going to be out for a good chunk of this game, but he might be back for the fourth quarter. Third down and 8, no running back in the backfield, dumping that one off to Christensen. He's going to be tackled well shy of the sticks, though. Fourth down and 3, that's going to bring out their kicker. This kick is up, and this time it is good. No flags on the play. Albuquerque facing an early third down on the next drive, and a near interception for Sean Taylor there. The Packers defense forces a 3-and-out. Inside of 2 minutes now, and Roethlisberger's nearly picked. Instead, he connects with Greg Jennings. Now in his second stint with Green Bay, he gets out to the 50, but after a holding call, it's going to be second down and 15. Roethlisberger launching this one deep, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Ike Coleman, and he has had a great first half today, finally getting Green Bay inside of the end zone. But with about 1:20 left to go in the first half, we're going to try to get on the board once again and extend our lead. And there's Von Lewis making a great catch on that right sideline. Cross throwing that one over the middle, and what a connection there to Jamarcus Ward. Great throw, great catch, despite the good coverage on the play. Now cross to the left side, he's got Larry Fitzgerald. That's his third reception of the day. That gets us inside of the red zone. Cross looking to throw, about 30 seconds left to go, and that pass is going to be incomplete. Big hit on the receiver. Third down, cross over the middle. He's going to just dump that one off to Jimmy Andrews. Green Bay's going to use their first timeout. That's going to bring up Brian Koch for about a 30-yard field goal attempt. His kick is up and good, and that's going to take us to the break where we have the lead. We also get the football to start off the second half of play, trying to extend our lead even more, but Cross is going to go down on the first play of the third quarter. That's going to be a loss of 4. That sets up a third down and long. Now Cross to the left side. He's going to be picked. Sean Taylor jumping the route there, and that's one where Jamarcus Ward is only open for a split second. You have to time that perfectly. Cross was late on the throw, and now Green Bay has some great field position as they look to tie the game up. Richard Rodgers with a great run down the right side, brought down just up inside of the 10, it looks like. Rodgers is going to get another carry, and he gets into the end zone, and just like that, this game is all knotted up at 17 apiece. Here's Orlando Cross dropping back to throw over the middle. He's got Jimmy Andrews. That's going to pick up another quick first down for this Albuquerque offense. Off of the play fake, now Cross over the middle. A dangerous throw. I think he had Larry Fitzgerald wide open on that play, but he didn't see him. Going to the right side, and there's Jimmy Andrews making a great catch. Great throw by Cross. Great touch, getting it right over the defender and into his man's hands. There's Watts with a carry going up the middle as he picks up 4, still trying to establish this ground game. Cross looking to throw wide open downfield. It's Larry Fitzgerald, the old man. He keeps showing us that he's still got it this season, setting up a goal to go again for Albuquerque. But then Cross is going to be taken down, sacked for the second time on this drive. It's going to be second and goal from about the 12. Now stepping up over the middle, Larry Fitzgerald making another catch, getting us down to the goal line. Now on third and goal, toss play for Watts, and he's in the end zone. The Vipers jump back on top. Green Bay looking to respond now with their first drive of the second half. It's going to be a play fake and wide open downfield. Ike Coleman, have yourself a day. He continues to burn our defense as Maurice Sanders, the man who brought him down on the play, is a little bit shaken up, grabbing at his head. And now wide open to the right side. We can't forget about Greg Jennings. Wide open. We bit on that play fake, and we bit hard. John Kelly not in the right position because of that play fake to make the tackle. And once again, we are tied up. Third down here for the Albuquerque offense, and we get the conversion. It's Charles Phillips making that great reception over the middle. Last play of the third quarter, it's going to be a run by Elvis Watts, powering his way up the middle, and that's going to bring us into the fourth quarter now as it gets a little bit more cloudy for this final quarter of play. Just inside of Packers territory now, going to dump this one off to Elvis Watts, and he's going to pick up a first down, or at least be very close to it. 2nd and inches, handoff is going to go to Ryan Matthews, and he's going to pick up the first down. Sticking with the ground game now, it's Elvis Watts with another carry. That's going to be about 3 or 4 yards there. 3rd down is now up yet again, looking for the conversion, and cross is going to be intercepted. Luther Rivers was ready for it, and that's just a horrible read by Orlando Cross. Nobody was open. What are you doing? Just take our 3 points and settle for the field goal there. No need to force that kind of a pass. Green Bay looking to take the lead now for the first time today on this drive. Richard Rodgers picking up a first down with some shifty moves there. But they're faced with 3rd down. Roethlisberger floating that one to the left side, and he's lucky he wasn't picked off here as the rain continues to pour. It has not really lightened up all game at all, and especially now in the 4th quarter, it's coming down harder than ever. Watts is going to get gobbled up in the backfield there. That's going to be a loss of 3. Now Cross, he's got time in the pocket, letting that one fly to the right side, and Larry Fitzgerald is now over the century mark in terms of yardage, 6 for 107 and a touchdown. Ryan Frank's back in the game after suffering that chest or arm injury that he had earlier, and he's going to pick up 5 yards. Going to dump this one off to Elvis Watts, and once again, he's going to be close to the first down marker, and they give it to him. 2 minutes left to go now. Cross to the left side. He's got Charles Phillips just across the 40-yard line, establishing ourselves in the Packers territory, but then Ryan Frank's taken down in the backfield for a loss of 3. Under a minute left to go now. Cross has got time, moving to his right downfield. He's got Vaughn Lewis, the tight end, gets flipped on his head inside of the red zone. And Hasty now, who made the tackle on the play, is slow to get up, and Green Bay has to use their first timeout on that. 55 seconds left to go. Of course, Albuquerque in field goal range, and the Packers use their 2nd timeout. 2nd down and 9. This is going to be a toss play now for Franks, who picks up about 3, and the Packers use their final timeout. That makes this a huge 3rd down now. Cross looking to throw over the middle. He's got Colton, and that's going to be a massive first down. The Vipers can just run this clock down to about 2 or 3 seconds left and kick the game-winning field goal. And that's exactly what they'll do. This is Brian Koch from 25 yards out. His kick is up. It is right down the middle. And the Albuquerque Vipers are victorious 27-24 back-to-back weeks, picking up huge wins against 2 of the NFC's best. And it feels like they're getting hot at the right time with the playoffs coming up here in about 4 games. Cross had a solid day, just under 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Those 2 interceptions were stupid, especially that second one, though. I don't know what I was looking at on that play. I just threw it to a guy who was double covered, who wasn't even moving. That's the easiest interception that Luther Rivers is ever going to get. The ground game continues to be an issue. Averaging under 3 yards a carry is just unacceptable. Larry Fitzgerald having 100 yards and a touchdown, though, is nice to see. Looking like the old Larry Fitzgerald, although it feels like a lot of our receivers are having a little bit of a down year, but it feels like, Cross is kind of spreading the wealth amongst his receivers. Defensively, we played all right. We did give up those 24 points. Keaton Hill did get himself a sack, and then Darren Gordon with the interception, and of course Koch nailed both field goals, including the game winner. And the Seahawks do not pose a threat to us at all anymore. The best they can do is 8-8. The worst we can do now is 8-8, and of course we swept them, so we have the tiebreaker on that. It feels like we're going to win this division, even if it is a little bit of a down year for us, but like I said, it feels like we're getting hot at the right time. This was a huge game for the Broncos and the Bills, both teams fighting for wild card spots. Heck, Denver's still kind of fighting for the division, but Buffalo has a huge second half there, and they end up winning 32-30, as Jake Gordon did have himself a solid day, 2 touchdowns for the former Viper in the loss for the Broncos. And finally, on Monday Night Football, some more NFC East action. The Dolphins get a huge win as they're also fighting for a wild card spot. Or, I mean, at this point, only 2 games behind the Jets, and with a win over them, they could be fighting for the division. They had a huge 4th quarter in this one. And before we wrap up the video, we are going to be taking a look around the league with 1 quarter of the season left to go. The Browns are 10-2 on top of the AFC North, followed by the Steelers, Ravens, and Bengals. The Texans have only lost once this season. They got a 2-game lead over the Colts. The Titans are 5-7. The Jags Jags 3-9. The Jets, like we just saw, on top of the AFC East, with the Bills and Dolphins right behind them at 7-5, and even the Patriots are still in it at 6-6. The Chiefs are on top of the AFC West. You got the Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders right behind them, and the Raiders are the only team that really still isn't in it. With the Packers loss today, the Bears are now on top of the NFC North all by themselves with a 1-game lead over Green Bay. They did split the season series with them. The Saints are on top of the NFC South. They got a game on the Atlanta Falcons, who have now lost back-to-back games. The Bucs and the Panthers out here fighting for worst team in the division. You have the Cowboys, Eagles, and Redskins, and even the Giants. They're all still in this division, just 2 games between first place and last place in the NFC East. And finally, we're the only team in the NFC West with a winning record, and the Cardinals are the only team that can really challenge us for this division. Orlando Cross has the best quarterback rating in the league, the most yards by about 500 there, ahead of Alex Malone. He also has 3 more touchdowns than Malone, about 6 more there than John Owen. So Orlando Cross just doing Orlando Cross things. Phillip Rivers has only thrown 5 interceptions this season, while inside of his own division, Kyle Cates has thrown 21, and yet New England is still in the playoff race. Jason Crawford, 1,600 yards and 14 rushing touchdowns. Both of those categories lead the league. Byron Dorsey has the most receptions, and it's by 10. The tight end having a great season, but Jason Ford leads the league in receiving yardage by 2 over the rookie Young. John Lade with 11 touchdowns for those New York Giants. He's also nearing the 1,000-yard mark this season. And at least the Vikings have one thing going for him. Cannon has the most tackles, and it's not even close. He's the only one that's over 100. He has 131. Our very own Daryl Fannin is tied with the most sacks in the league with 13, and Jake Gordon has the most interceptions. Looking at our team-specific stats, we already saw a lot of what Orlando Cross has, 29 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, putting together another great season, and he could be looking at a 3rd straight MVP if he keeps this up. Of course, the ground game has been a big concern for us this season. I thought Ryan Franks was going to be the guy for us, but from what we've seen the last couple weeks, I don't know if he can. Larry Fitzgerald has the most receptions by 1 over Jimmy Andrews, who does lead us in receiving yardage and has really been our best receiver this season. Larry Fitzgerald and Charles Phillips have both not played how we necessarily expected them to going into the year. Our offensive line has been playing pretty good. I'd say we have one of the best offensive lines in football, and I think the numbers really show it. Looking at our defensive stats now, Kwame Holt, 8 tackles for loss, 13 sacks for Daryl Fannin. Of course, that leads the team. Triple J Jones, our first-round pick, he has 6 sacks, so he's putting together a solid rookie campaign. Of course, Gordon has 7 interceptions, 3 there for John Kelly. You got Lamar James with 2, a handful of other players with 2 or 1, and then Brian Koch, 14 of 16 kicking this season. And indeed, Orlando Cross is currently the favorite to win MVP, just ahead of Jason Crawford. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leaving a like. It's always appreciated. And until next time, this has been Jeffrey.